Mughals' invasion of subcontinent. The arrival of the Mughals in the Indian subcontinent marked a significant chapter in its history, leading to profound socio-political transformations and leaving an indelible mark on the region's culture and governance. The story begins with Babur, the founder of the Mughal Empire, whose conquests and rule laid the foundation for one of the most influential dynasties in the subcontinent's history. Babur, a descendant of Timur on his father's side and Genghis Khan on his mother's, ascended to the throne of Fergana in Central Asia at a young age. However, his rule was constantly challenged by rival clans and neighboring powers. In search of new territories and opportunities, Babur turned his attention towards the Indian subcontinent. In 1526, Babur led his army into the Battle of Panipat, where he faced off against the Sultan of Delhi, Ibrahim Lodi. Despite being outnumbered, Babur's superior tactics, effective use of artillery, and disciplined troops secured a decisive victory. This battle marked the beginning of Mughal rule in India. However, Babur's hold on the subcontinent was not secure. He faced numerous challenges from indigenous powers and internal dissent. In 1527, he faced a formidable Rajput confederacy led by Rana Sanga of Mewar at the Battle of Kanwa. Once again, Babur emerged victorious, consolidating his hold over northern India. Despite these initial triumphs, Babur's reign was tumultuous. He faced rebellions, particularly in the eastern regions, and his attempts to expand his empire faced stiff resistance. In 1529, he faced a major setback in the Battle of Gagra against the Afghans, led by Sher Shah Suri. This defeat forced Babur to retreat to Kabul temporarily. However, Babur was not one to accept defeat easily. With characteristic resilience and strategic acumen, he launched a successful counteroffensive, reclaiming lost territories and defeating his adversaries. In 1530, he decisively defeated the Afghan forces at the Battle of Surajgarh, paving the way for the restoration of Mughal authority in India. Babur's period of rule was characterized by his efforts to consolidate power, establish effective governance structures, and foster cultural exchange. He implemented administrative reforms, dividing his empire into provinces governed by appointed officials known as mansabdars. These officials were granted land revenue assignments in exchange for military service, ensuring loyalty to the crown and facilitating efficient administration. Furthermore, Babur's reign witnessed the codification of laws and regulations, exemplified by his famous memoir, the Baburnama. This autobiographical work provides valuable insights into his military campaigns, administrative policies, and cultural encounters, serving as a primary source for historians studying the Mughal period. In addition to his military and administrative achievements, Babur was also a patron of the arts and literature. He cultivated a vibrant court culture, attracting poets, scholars, and artists from diverse backgrounds. His reign witnessed the flourishing of Persian and Central Asian influences, enriching the cultural landscape of the subcontinent. In conclusion, Babur's arrival in the Indian subcontinent marked the beginning of a new era, characterized by the fusion of Central Asian, Persian, and Indian traditions. Despite facing numerous challenges, he laid the groundwork for the Mughal Empire, which would go on to dominate much of South Asia for centuries to come. Babur's legacy endures not only in the monuments and institutions he established, but also in the rich tapestry of cultural exchange and synthesis that defines the Mughal era. Mughal's invasion of subcontinent. Babur. Excerpts from his famous book Baburnama, No. 1. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the rugged landscape, I, Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur, sat down to pen the chronicles of my life. These memoirs, known as the Baburnama, shall serve as a testament to the trials and triumphs that have shaped my journey from the steppes of Central Asia to the fertile plains of Hindustan. My earliest memories are etched with the wind-swept plains of Fergana, where I, a young prince, inherited a kingdom plagued by strife and discord. From an early age, I was drawn to the art of warfare, honing my skills on the battlefield and mastering the strategies of my forefathers, Timur and Genghis Khan. Yet, despite my ambitions, the path to power was fraught with peril, as rival clans and ambitious adversaries sought to thwart my aspirations. It was amidst this tumultuous backdrop that I set my sights on the rich and fertile lands of Hindustan, where empires rose and fell like the ebb and flow of the mighty rivers. In the year 1526, I led my valiant warriors into the heart of India, where destiny awaited on the blood-soaked fields of Panipat. Against the formidable forces of Sultan Ibrahim Lodi, we stood undaunted, our resolve as unyielding as the mountains that cradle our homeland. And on that fateful day, as the clash of steel echoed across the battlefield, we emerged victorious, heralding the dawn of a new era in the annals of history. But the spoils of conquest were fleeting, as the embers of rebellion smoldered in the distant corners of my realm. From the rugged terrain of the Afghan highlands to the verdant valleys of Bengal, dissent brewed like a storm on the horizon, threatening to engulf my nascent empire in darkness. Yet, in the face of adversity, I remained resolute, marshaling my forces and rallying my loyal companions to the cause. It was through strife and struggle that the foundations of the Mughal Empire were laid, brick by brick, upon the blood-soaked soil of Hindustan. And though the pages of history may fade with time, the spirit of conquest and the legacy of my forefathers shall endure, immortalized in the annals of the Baburnama for generations to come. No. 2. In the quiet solitude of my chambers, illuminated by the flickering glow of oil lamps, I reflect upon the trials and triumphs that have defined my reign as the first of the Mughal emperors. From the clamor of battle to the intricacies of courtly intrigue, each day brings new challenges and opportunities to shape the destiny of my empire. With quill in hand, I record the victories and setbacks that have marked my path, from the verdant plains of Hindustan to the snow-capped peaks of the Hindu Kush. The Baburnama bears witness to the courage and sacrifice of my comrades in arms, whose valorous deeds have secured the borders of our realm and expanded the frontiers of our domain. Yet, amidst the clamor of conquest, I have also sought to cultivate the arts and sciences, fostering a culture of learning and enlightenment within the hallowed halls of my court. Poets and scholars from distant lands converge upon my capital, their words and wisdom enriching the tapestry of our civilization with each passing day. But governance is not without its trials, for the burdens of rule weigh heavily upon the shoulders of the sovereign. With fairness and justice as my guiding principles, I strive to govern with wisdom and compassion, mindful of the welfare of my subjects and the prosperity of my realm. In the twilight of my years, as the shadows lengthen and the echoes of the past grow faint, I take solace in the knowledge that my legacy shall endure long after I have passed into the annals of history. For the Baburnama is more than a mere chronicle of conquest. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of a dream. As I commit my thoughts to parchment and bid farewell to another day, I do so with a heart filled with gratitude for the blessings bestowed upon me and a spirit undaunted by the challenges that lie ahead. For the story of Babur, the first of the great Mughals, is far from over. It is merely the beginning of a saga that shall echo through the ages.